Hey everybody, welcome. In this video we're going to discuss the energy update that's happening right now. We've had the new moon just happened, as well as New Year's Eve is coming tonight and is happening depending on where you are in the world. There's always lots to cover, so let's get right to it. Hi, welcome to Mystic Light Warriors. I'm a divinely guided intuitive here sharing my soul's journey, helping you with your own intuitions and maybe passing on a message or two that you probably need to hear. So let's get right to it because there's always lots to cover. Hey everybody, as you can tell, it is not quite morning here. Well, it is morning, but it's not quite daylight yet. So got woken up early this morning, got woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then got woken up again at 6 and just got out of bed because I knew message was going to keep coming through and it was time to get up and get moving. So first off, see here goes the stomach again right away. Okay, so I did write some things down. First thing that we're going to discuss is transitions. We're going to discuss about 4 or 5 different things to keep in mind for the energy coming up. So first is transitions. Look, in these lives that we're living right now, the one constant is change. We know that there's going to be change. We know that there's going to be things that have to change. And sometimes we're not quite ready for those changes. Sometimes those transitions can be pretty painful, in fact. Have you ever had to go through a transition that was painful for you? Any loss, death, giving up a loved one, like a pet maybe? All of these things are transitions, and we deal with them in terms of death and like death. Even if perhaps it's not a death, it's just it's a transition of where their energy is. Their energy is no longer around you anymore. It's where it needs to be. So be it a pet or be it a person, it can cut just as deep, you know? And not everybody's gonna resonate with that. Not everybody's gonna feel that. Me personally, any animals that I've ever had around me have been so incredibly important. They are family members. And, you know, unfortunately, when we have to give them up, it's not a decision taken lightly, and it's not an easy one, you know? So going through that transition can be difficult, but remembering to ground yourself and remembering the reframing of it. So maybe their energy is not around you anymore, but it's where it's meant to be. Recently we had to give up our dog, and try not to get emotional about it. It still hurts. But I know that he's actually where he was meant to be all along. I was a stepping stone. I was a transition point for him, and that's it. He got very, very big, and we had to let him go to where he can run around and chase and go hunting. So his new owners are beautiful, beautiful people, and they had said something that oh, I know it's true. I know it's 100% true. They said that their friends say that their pets win the jackpot. And oh boy, did he. The place that he's living right now. And yeah, it's hard, but I reframe the pain in knowing that I did what was right for him, and that he's going to live such a beautiful life because the universe made that possible. I asked the universe to send just the right people, and that's all that came. Literally, that's all that came, was the right people. That brings me into my next point. So the next point is pronoia. This is something that we need to keep in mind over the coming year, is whether or not you believe it, the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Everything that happens, every moment happens for a reason. Be it good, bad, ugly, and again, it doesn't have any of that assignment until we assign it that. So pronoia, look up the song. I can't remember who it's by. I wish I could. I'll write it down in the description because I'll look it up. Pronoia is the opposite of paranoia. In fact, that's a line in the song. Paranoia means, you know, like things are always going wrong for you and it's conspiring against you. Pronoia is the universe conspiring for you and with you. And that's absolutely true, 100%. if you look at every single time you've gone with the flow, every time you haven't fought the universe, that's exactly what's happened. It's worked out in your favor. And I mean, especially with the dog, even better than I could have even dreamed up. Way better than I could have dreamed up. I couldn't have picked out better people for him, you know? And that's what the universe is reminding us, that with all these transitions happening, and gosh, there's so many happening right now. There's so much energy moving. It's so important to A, keep grounded, and B, to remember the pronoia. Remember that it's all happening for your favor. It's all happening for you, not to you, for you. Number 3, resolutions and life changes. We're at New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. We're coming to New Year's for some people right now, actually. Happy New Year to all those that are celebrating this moment. And don't worry, you know, these messages come when they need to come. So just because you might be seeing this after New Year's doesn't mean the messages don't resonate. Doesn't mean that the messages don't still need to get to where they need to go. Okay? So that's the thing about collective messaging, is it's about when you see it is when you need to see that message. Nothing else. The timing of when it was put up doesn't actually matter. So life changes and resolutions, right? Here's the thing, is we are not going to call them resolutions. This year, I propose, we do not have any resolutions whatsoever. We have life changes. We make decisions, conscious decisions, to do this instead of that, to go this way instead of that, to stop fighting so much and go with the flow, to try and be easier with things sometimes, or whatever it may be, whatever your resolutions are. And drop me a line in the comments. I'd love to know, what are you planning to change? What are you planning to create and manifest for the coming year? What are you focusing on? Where are you putting your energy? I'd love to hear. So finally, as I was coming out, the last point I think I want to hit on in this video is lights coming on in the darkness. Sorry, as I'm saying this, the sun is coming up. The biggest light of all is coming up and on. I mean, tell me that's not a message. Tell me it's not a message. Lights are coming on. As I was driving out, lights came on as I was passing, and it was that hint of no matter what, and it goes back to number 2, pronoia. No matter what, it's for you. And to remember that no matter how dark it seems right before the dawn, the lights always come on, right? So keep in mind, you are always divinely guided and protected in all times, in all areas of your life. And keep smiling, keep that energy high, keep that vibe up, and know that you are loved. And as always, if you've liked the content you've seen today, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what hit for you, what didn't hit for you, what are your practices.